Hello!
Hi
guys! We are back. We are one person short today, but that's okay. Welcome to Coffee Corner, starting at 2 p.m. sharp. Alexandra and Naomi.
And Cardi B.
And Cardi B,
yes.
So, the last few weeks, we've been MIA for a little bit. We have kind of been talking about our new Builder series, which we will be wrapping up today for you. I think the last time we were on, didn't we have EJ?
Yes.
We made EJ come in and be our guest.
He was a great sport.
He was a great sport. It took a little bit of convincing. We might have sprung it on him
just
last minute just to force him to come and sit and be on a Facebook Live with us. But so that is what we're talking about today. We're going to do the Builder series. But first we have a really important question, and that is, who attended Nelly on Thursday?
No, was it Thursday? No.
Was it Thursday?
Today's Thursday.
It was Tuesday.
Who went to Nelly and Flowrider on Tuesday and TLC? It was a flashback to the early 2000s. And junior high Naomi was really happy.
Oh yeah, she was whining and grinding. It was really good, and it's definitely been a hashtag hot girl summer.
So hot.
But here we are, and it's nice and air conditioning in here.
It is. And we got the fan going.
So whenever EJ came and talked to us, just to hop, skip, and a jump right into our subject today, he talked about the builders aspects, things that they work on to be cohesive through the process, what the buyer needs to know, or if you're doing a custom home, whenever you go and meet with a builder. And I think the main thing is initially is to know where you're going to put your house.
Yes.
Do you have a lot where you want to build? Do you want to build in Scissortail? Things like that. He really went over the pricing, concessions, that price is not negotiable. You usually just negotiate the concessions. And we talked about upgrades and builder allowances, kind of what they all do for a basis in that process and streamline.
And if you didn't catch that video, there was a lot of really good information from it, from the builder's perspective that EJ provided. We have all our videos on Facebook and YouTube, so if you just want to click over and get some of that information direct from the source, tune into it, go ahead and do that.
We should start a vlog. We should do it. We should start a vlog.
That's kind of what this is, right?
Could you can we business expense like a fancy
handheld camera?
Like handheld camera, and then you guys just go everywhere with us? Well, maybe not everywhere.
Let me know how that conversation goes with EJ.
I'm sure it won't work. What if we try and talk him into a light?
Yeah, we want a beauty light.
Oh yeah, we want a beauty light for our videos.
If you guys think we should be allowed to business expense a beauty light for our coffee corners, you should comment below and say we support you.
It would be a great idea. So he really just gave us the overview of that, some really good insight. Like Naomi said, you can go check those out on our Facebook or YouTube. And then we also really just discussed how the agent works as a liaison between the buyer and the builder, because our main topic is why you should use a real estate agent when you are buying new construction. Trying to stay on topic, guys. It's hard. It's rainy today. I don't know if anyone else feels that.
I think everyone kind of drives when the rain's out. And especially when it breaks like this and the humidity's just there.
Hey, I can get behind the humidity. I'm okay with it. It's good for my face.
That's a new one. I have not heard that one before.
It is. It's good for your skin.
Oh, well then all of us in Arkansas must have really great skin.
As long as you don't smoke those ciggies, you're good. So today we are really just going to wrap up the series, and we're going to discuss contracts, contingencies, and the inspection process, and we'll touch a little bit on the appraisal and just kind of how those differ from a traditional resale, when you purchase resale transaction. Thank you.
And their differences aren't that big, but they're just slight enough that it's good to know before time that you're going to have a couple of differences.
Yes. So initially, I think we should first head it off with talking about the inspection. So let's say, and Naomi can really probably talk about this a little bit more than I can, how the inspection differs whenever you're doing new construction and when you're doing resale. And it's really just the timeline. You're still going to have an inspection whenever you're building your house. It's just the timeline is going to be different, right?
So it's just like in resale, you have the option to choose to pay to have a professional inspection done. You can choose to do the inspection yourself. And then when you're dealing with new construction, there's a thing that you could do with the builder where you do a blue tape inspection where they just kind of walk through with them. Any changes or anything noticeable, you kind of put blue tape there. Paige is really good at talking about blue tapes because she does them often. But the difference in the timeline for inspections, if you're going to have a professional inspection done, in new construction is when you're doing a resale, your construction typically happens within 10 days of you signing and filling out that contract. So once the contract's executed, you have 10 days to get your inspector in there to do the inspection, and then you hit the URSA process, which we've talked about in previous videos, where you go through what the repairs that you're requesting.
So you would negotiate it. And obviously it's going to be new construction. So you're not going to be talking about the same kinds of repairs that you would talk about during an inspection on a house that was built in 1979. It's going to be very different. So all the things are going to be very minute. So what Naomi brings up a good point is we do something, it's a walkthrough, it's a blue tape walkthrough. And that's whenever, it's very cosmetic. So it's like paint or maybe like a creaky cabinet or like something on the baseboard needs to be touched up. It's that kind of thing. Things that happen throughout the building process that maybe got a little roughed up or just, you know, need to be made pretty again. It's usually nothing that's a huge deal.
Yeah, you're not going to have issues with like
your HVAC system.
Yeah, and all of those are going to be covered under your builder warranty as well.
Exactly.
So the timeline that's different in the inspection process is instead of having it be the first 10 days after your contract, because typically with new construction, the house is probably still being built, or at least in the process or something like that. So you have 10 days prior to closing, or whatever number of days is agreed upon. That number can change when you're doing the contract, but typically it's we see about 10 days prior to closing. Instead
of having your inspection.
Especially if the house is still under construction. That way it gives the builders time to get it completed, because I mean, you don't want to get inspected.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Like if your house is like halfway done.
Exactly.
You're like, oh, inspect my house that's not finished being built yet.
Exactly. So that's kind of how the timeline changes a little bit. You still have that option. It's still there. The timeline just kind of changes a little bit because you're in the new constructions is different than a resale process.
Definitely. So that wraps that portion up, the inspection portion. Let's segue. Let's segue over to your closing date and your contract. No, your completion date. Your completion date and your closing date, and how those two might just differ a little bit, because I feel like one thing that people really worry about is, okay, I'm selling my house and then I'm buying a new construction house. Is that, oh my gosh, is that house going to be done in time? Like, when's the completion date? Like, when can I move? What if I sell my house? Like, how does all of that work? I think everyone kind of gets the, oh my gods, in that time frame. And they're like, well, what do I do? Well, don't worry. We're going to figure it out and put a little game plan together for you, right, Naomi?
Yes, we do. We do that. And generally, like when builders are building houses, they have like a approximate completion date. So they have a timeline for when they want to get the house. And they don't just say, we're going to build a house and we'll get it done eventually. That, I have never heard of that happening.
No.
They have an approximate completion date. I know putting it into the MLS as agents, you have to ask the builder to be able to put it in the MLS. You have to have an approximate completion date. Now, we do live in Arkansas, and we do have 90-day rains, and we do have.
Oh my gosh, this year it rained so much.
Exactly. So there's always, Mother Nature is a temperamental beast. And she
that was a lot nicer than how I was going to say it. I was like, is she going to say the B word?
No, I'm not. She's a beast. And things can change. Things happen. And so that's why it's called an approximate completion date. And so in your new construction contract, there's going to be an approximate completion date. And that's going to be the goal that the builder has to close. Or when the builder has to complete the house.
And we'll get updates along the way. We'll know what that date looks like. And then if you're selling your house, we'll work out in that contract. So you're going from place to place. You're not going from like your house that you're selling to like an apartment to.
Because those are extra fees that we want to try to keep you from having. So if you know that you're buying a house and that you're selling your house and that's one reason a realtor is so amazing to have, because they're able to think, okay, this is our closing date for your new house. So let's make your closing date for your house the same day, or, whatever, just
extend it
a little bit.
Make it work. Exactly. Because we have had people that like close on, their house that they're selling in the morning, and then they'll close on the house that they're buying. Like, we can work it out to all kinds of
We just did it this past Friday. We had some sellers
Yeah.
who
Oh,
sold their
that's
house and bought their new house at the same time. They were able to sell them and do them, and it was
no.
James is
I'm getting
interrupting.
getting a FaceTime. Sorry.
And that's what your real estate agent's there for you. That's why they have your best interest at heart, and that's why they're able to kind of bridge that gap and be your liaison to kind of make sure that those little bitty minute details you might not think about, that they're scheduled and they're
Because those
programmed
are
ahead of
things
time.
that you're going to stress about, that we're here to like ease your mind.
Yeah, we're here
figure
to
it out
alleviate that
for
stress.
you. Let's see. So keeping the house on track, closing on time, keeping you being homeless for a week. And then I think another thing we really like to make a part of the conversation when we speak about real estate is we make sure all the dots are connected. And when I say that, we're talking about lenders, we're talking about the title company, we're talking about the builder. You know, I think as agents, our job is to kind of bridge all of the gaps and make sure that we're all aligned and on the same page, so that we're making your job easy. Because one thing that could happen if you don't have someone representing you, there's a lot of stress that comes in on that, because it is a second job.
I think the great thing for our clients is that it's nice to be able to check in with them once a week and say, hey, everything's going along schedule, but everything's great. And they're not having to deal with the stress of it all. Like, we talk to title and lender every day, making sure things are on track, making sure bridges are gaps, making sure things aren't overlooked.
Right.
And that's one thing that you don't have to do. Like, if you're having to think about trying to talk to title and lender and the builder and
we'll
any
give you
other
updates.
agents, yes,
Yes.
or talking to them and having to make sure you talk to them, or getting an email once a week saying, hey, we're all on track.
No,
Have a great
I think
weekend.
that's one thing
I would choose that.
I really learned lately as being a young agent is I really I enjoy easing my clients' mind and just like keeping them involved in the process, like updating them, but like obviously they're not going to be involved in like the day-to-day, but like, hey, this is where we stand today, this is what's going to happen next. Because I think whenever you get those kinds of updates, it just relaxes you. You know that everything is moving and making progress, and you can go to sleep at night without like being stressed out about it.
Yeah, and it's nice when our clients are like, hey, I just thought about blah, blah, blah. Have we done this? And we're like, oh, that's handled. You're good to go. Like, no worries. And they're like, oh, well, cool. Okay.
Yeah, building a house can be overwhelming. I mean, I think we had some people in here earlier this week that were feeling really overwhelmed, and you just have to sit down and have a conversation and be like, this is what we do every day. Like, we're supposed to make it easy for you. So I think that really kind of ties up everything in terms of our builder series. The process is relatively seamless for us. We do it every day. So if you know anyone that is interested in building or purchasing new construction, please give us a shout. We would love to help you. And we also have some nice little updates for you that Naomi has that's happening in the area this weekend.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff happening in Northwest Arkansas this weekend, and we kind of wanted to make sure that we're always advertising those and connecting you guys with those, because with us bringing clients into the area, kind of feel like it's important for us to bridge that gap and let you know, hey, we want to help you find a house, but also like we want to connect you with the community, because Northwest Arkansas has
What up,
the best community.
Morgan Jones?
Oh, hey, Morgan. But for our first shout out is going to be to Nutrition Blast in Springdale. They are amazing, and this is where we're getting our energy today.
What did I get?
We got the sunset.
Orange mango sunset
With
with
liftoff in it,
and aloe.
and they're amazing. So check out Nutrition Blast in Springdale, because they're pretty awesome. They're really close by next to Walgreens on Sunset, and so we're just kind of hop skipping away. And
if you're in the Dale.
Yes. They do close at 2 during the week, so make sure you guys go by before then. So first off, we're going to start with tomorrow. Tomorrow's got something really exciting going on.
Should we do a drum roll?
Let's do a drum roll. Okay, so tomorrow, we're getting ready. I don't know if you guys know this. If you don't know this, you should know this, but football season is here.
Next weekend is the first game.
Off, and you should be totally excited about that. We've got, Coach Morris. We're excited. We're ready to see some hogs kick some butt. So to do that, we're going to get into the spirit of things. And this year is the second annual One Hog Call, which is capital ONE. It's a hashtag. Use it. And pretty much they're asking everyone in Arkansas to stop what you're doing at 1 o'clock on Friday and do the hog call. And it sounds silly, but last year was amazing to see all the videos of all the different companies and organizations and students. And we're going to let you guys know that if you're in the Fayetteville area tomorrow, you can go to the Fayetteville Town Center, and starting at 12:30, they're going to have some festivities there. And if you are a University of Arkansas student, staff, or faculty member, you guys are going to meet at the Greek Theater at 12:30. And if you're in Little Rock, you guys can go to the field down at War Memorial Stadium at 12:30.
Little Rock people?
Yes, that's Alexandra's home base. So if you guys go there, 12:30, they're going to have like some former student athletes there. They're going to have coaches around campus and stuff. Join in, guys. I know we're going to be doing a live video.
Time out for 2 seconds. I had a thought. I feel like you make a really good newscaster.
So today,
everybody. So basically, we're doing the hog call.
We're doing the hog call tomorrow,
1
1 p.m. So whatever you guys are doing, stop, take 20 seconds, and call those hogs. Let's get some spirit going. It's going to be a great season. And if you haven't heard, they're selling beer and wine this year at the stadium.
I forgot about that.
So that's big news. That's exciting news. So yeah, I mean, we have to win now because we have beer to celebrate with.
What else is happening? What's next?
So also starting tomorrow night is Frisco Fest in downtown Rogers.
That takes me back.
I know, it's their 35th annual. So if you are a Northwest Arkansas newbie, Frisco Fest is something that's happened in downtown Rogers for the last 35 years. It's amazing. There's going to be booths.
35 years?
35 years. I've been to almost every single one. And there's live
You're
music.
not 35.
That's why I said almost every single one. And so they have live music, they have vendors, they have booths, there's tons of food, tons of fellowship and communities, and there's some events happening on the stage. So we're going to tell you guys about those. Friday, tomorrow, Arkansas is playing.
Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Oh,
Never heard them
they
play.
Stole that from Arkansas. Because there's an Arkansas band. Arkansas.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
Yes.
No, Arkansas. That's
Questionable.
what the downtown Rogers page says.
But who
Arkansas. And then Sonseñero, it's a Spanish name, so I'm hoping I said it correctly. But they're playing from 8 to 10 with a mix of Cuban, salsa, merengue, and bachata music.
What about bachata?
And also Ballet Westside is going to have 2 different performances tomorrow. And then Saturday night from 5 to 6, Chasing Pictures is playing. From 6:30 to 8, 412 West is playing, and from 8:30 to 10, the Jukebox Party Band is playing. So it's a bunch of local music, guys. If you're like to, celebrate the local music scene, please go check them out. They're all amazing. And then our last big announcement is for Saturday.
I'm stressed out about this one a little bit.
I know. This one is supposed to be amazing, and the weather doesn't look like it's going to be cooperating. So we need everyone to do a no rain dance.
No rain dance.
They have rain dances, so let's do a no rain dance.
So instead of doing like
go backwards,
do like
Yes, that's exactly. So do the hog call and then do the no rain dance.
Yeah.
So anyway, Open Avenues is an amazing local organization in Northwest Arkansas, and they are hosting an inaugural SOAR NWA Hot Balloon Festival at Drake Field in Fayetteville. If you've ever been to a hot balloon festival, I think Colorado does some. I think
we're just getting cool over here.
We are. Northwest Arkansas is exploding.
It is hopping.
Yes, amazing event.
Hopefully none of the balloons pop out.
I need you to leave. Let's take all the bad vibes and put them out the door.
I'm sorry.
So I checked their page today, and what they're going on, rain or shine. Now it's weather permitting, whether the hot air balloons happen.
I guess that would be like lightning.
Yes.
Lightning matters.
Yes, lightning matters. So they are going to be having tethered hot air balloon rides, which are really exciting. So you and your kids can take rides.
So they it's like still attached.
Yeah, it's still attached. It goes up and then it
down.
comes down.
Okay,
Which
cool.
It's still an awesome
No,
experience.
it's still really fun. That's awesome.
And then the exciting thing is that Saturday night there's going to be a lighted balloon. Where all the balloons
so
go up.
romantic. I wonder how many people are going to get engaged at that.
Oh my goodness, that would be.
I think that was the thing.
Incredible.
Look who tuned in.
Oh hey, Paigey, how you feeling?
Paige to Boo Boo.
So that's happening Saturday. It is a ticketed event. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for kids. I think it's 10 and under. There are going to be tickets at the gate, but they encourage you to buy them in advance. So you can go to SOAR NWA on Facebook, which is just an event page, or you can find it through the Open Avenues Facebook page. They also have the event through there. We encourage you guys to check out local events, build a community up, get partnered up with someone in the community, and just kind of experience what Northwest Arkansas has to offer. We're really excited about the stuff that's happening this
What's
weekend.
our next AMP show? Friday is Smashing
Pumpkins and Noel Gallagher is tomorrow night.
So everyone go do something this weekend. There's lots of things to do.
Yeah.
Kick it.
Rain's
hang out.
awesome. You can still do something with the rain.
And if you need any real estate agents,
We are still around too.
you know who to call.
And you can call us at 479-877-0423, and Miss Alexandra will answer that phone and make your dreams come true. Hi, Adam and Kathy.
What up, Kathy Culpepper? Long time no see, girl.
So if you guys have any questions for us, Adam here, send us a message, send us an email, give us a call, send a smoke signal. We'll find it. We'll figure it out. We'll get you taken care of. We'll be back next week with some new and exciting things. We're gonna.
We have to wonder what our next series is. Does anyone have any guesses? What we'll be talking about?
Oh, we should make them have guesses, and then we should take the best guess and do it.
And then do it.
Give us some
for
ideas,
real.
guys.
All right, cool. Well, we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
See y'all later.